I'm actually in two minds about this. Let's begin. Okay, this story is from The Sun, and it says, Boris Johnson has been engulfed in a fresh Partygate storm after admitting to an indoor birthday celebration at the height of the first lockdown. The Prime Minister had turned 56 on June 19th, 2020, with Number 10 confirming staff gathered to wish him well in the Cabinet Room when indoor social mixing was banned. It is claimed that his then fiancée, Kerry, surprised the PM with a cake led by a chorus of Happy Birthday with at least 30 staff members. A Downing Street insider tonight said this was a few people who were in the office saying happy birthday. It was not a party. Number 10 insisted that the PM was there for less than 10 minutes after staff had gathered briefly after a meeting. Well, I'm sure like many of you, my first reaction was, oh for F's sake, how can you possibly survive after this has come out? Especially with all the rules about it at the time. But after thinking about it, these people all work together in the same building, so presumably they're with each other all day. It's not like Kerry sent out a load of invitations now, is it? But of course, we've heard calls all over the place for him to resign from a load of people, including obviously Keir Starmer, the Labour leader, who apparently thinks it's okay for him to drink beer with his staff inside, which I've heard was obviously apparently against the rules at the time. But of course, no, cake must be much worse than beer, especially birthday cake, I'm guessing. His defence that it was staff who were working together all day who stopped for a few minutes to have something to eat and drink. Well, in that case, isn't this exactly the same thing? Yeah, he calls for Boris to resign, doesn't he? Maybe in that case, Keir, you should do everyone a favour and, do the same thing. Now, obviously, yes, I could be wrong, but I don't think that work colleagues who have presumably been working with each other in the same building every day, singing happy birthday to their boss for a few minutes, is quite the same thing as a full-on rave, no matter how the main, or as I like to call them, the re-mainstream media, are trying to spin it. Number 10 also denied claims members of the Johnson family had been to the Downing Street flat the same evening, saying they met in the garden in line with the rules. ITV News claimed family friends had partied that evening in the Prime Minister's official residence, but Number 10 said it was totally untrue. A spokesman added, in line with the rules at the time, the Prime Minister hosted a small number of family members outside that evening. In either case though, if the rules were broken, surely wouldn't there be some sort of Matt Hancock-style CCTV footage capturing the whole thing floating about? Okay, yes, granted, maybe not in the flat, but presumably there would have been on the way up to it. So the fact that at the moment no one has thought to possibly hold on to this damning CCTV evidence of possible rule breaking does make me wonder, is this just another attempt to get him out?